Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is another episode of your favorite podcast. I'd swipe right to that. I'm Grant Smith, and I'm joined with the one and only
Ian Castro.
Ian. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Before we kick right off into things, let's let our new theme song music play for a little bit.
All right. And for those podcast only, you can't see us dancing. We don't know what the song is going to be. We just assumed.
It could literally be screaming. Speaking of screaming, there are a lot of things that can make people scream. Ian, when you were a kid, what made you scream?
Okay. What made me scream as a kid? Not getting what I want. My mom being a total a-hole. My sister being a total
Oh,
B-hole, yes. No, yeah, the normal stuff that make you scream as kids. We're pretty irrational during the ages of 0 to, let's be honest, 0 to 22.
Yeah.
How old are we now?
Yeah, good 22. We're pushing 23.
Yeah, going on 23. But yeah, I guess that leads us into our next topic of this episode number 2, irrational childhood fears. Before we get into it, let's go over some housekeeping. Apparently, it was brought to Grant and I's attention yesterday that we used grass is greener on the other side wrong.
And for that, we are so sorry to the I'd swipe right to that fan base.
Yeah.
We promise that we will never make a mistake as egregious as that ever again.
Like, I thought I had it right. Like I swore I had it right. And then Grant's the one who mentioned it to me. Who pointed it out to you?
Gwen did. My sister.
Your sister. And then my girlfriend, Rahana, she was like, yeah, Gwen's right. I'm like, what? And I looked it up and they were both, I thought we were right. Like I was going to die on that sword. And then now I'm just a guy with a hole in his chest.
Hey, keep the cliche expressions to last episode.
You're right, man. So let's get right into it. The first childhood irrational fear that we're looking at today is monsters under your bed or monsters in the closet. Mm-hmm. Did you have this fear as a kid?
You know, one of my first fears that I remember is back when I lived in Vegas around, I think it was like when I was around 4 or 5. We had this one home that we were living in, as people live in homes. Now that I say this aloud. But I was waking up in the middle of the night and I needed to get a cup of water. I go out into the hallway and what I think I see is like a robot standing there, like doing the whole beep, boop, 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 beep thing. And like I see the flashing buttons and everything. It wasn't until like probably a couple months later that I realized like, okay, wait a minute. That was just like the panel opened up with all the switches inside, with all the lights in there. But that freaked me out for a good while. So I did not go up and at night at all. For a while, I stayed in my bed doing my thing. So I didn't really have like monsters that I was scared of. It was more so just robots.
Is what the moral of the story is.
Yes.
Similar experience. I will get to the beds and the closets soon enough, but no, you just reminded me of, a story that I have as a kid. So basically the layout of my old house was that it was like my room, my sister's room, and you walk out, of any of those and you're in like the reception area. It's where you greet your guests. And then if you go a little past the reception area, there's the kitchen. So the kitchen is like an open kitchen where you can enter it from either side. Like there's a left side and a right side. So I go out, probably around, 10:30, 11 p.m. It's that's late for us when we're like 8 years old. And I just remember I thought I saw these shadows, like one side of the kitchen, like the left side, poking its head out, like a head poking out of that side, and then running over to the other side and poking its head out of the right side. And I was like, holy shit, what the hell is in my house? And I ran from my room to my mom's room. I was getting my mom for some reason. I probably peed the bed or some shit. But yeah, like it basically made me not want to leave my room for quite a bit of time after that.
Damn. So did you ever find out what it was? Was it just the dark there, or
It was probably just the dark. I also always turn lights on when I enter rooms now. So yeah, it's a thing.
it's a thing? You waste a lot of electricity now.
No, yeah, no, not every time, but if I had a choice between seeing what's in front of me and not, I'd probably choose seeing what's in front of me. Is
I
my
feel like
moral story.
I feel like most people would agree with you on that statement.
Yeah, remember that one expression that I had back in back in junior year of high school?
Man, the world seems so much darker when you put sunglasses on.
You you know exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, I said that back in like junior year. I don't even know what I was on. I wasn't on anything, but I put on my sunglasses. I was like laying down on like a school bench, and I said that stuff to Grant, and he's held that over my head for years now.
And I
Never
still
lived that
will.
quote down. Yeah, we should do quotes one day.
That'd be a good
Swipe
one.
right on quotes or some stuff like stuff that we've said in the past, and if we swipe right. But no, like I guess the dark is we can lump this one in here. We had the dark separate than monsters under the bed, but we'll just lump these two together. I was never really scared of the closet. I mean, bedtime ritual, you gotta close the closet.
Got to.
That's not even like I'm scared of what's in the closet. It's like I wasn't raised in a barn.
Exactly. I live alone and I still close the closet. It's like
Exactly.
what, and even then, if I close the closet, then I'm just reducing my chance of monsters entering my room, because then they're gonna trip it, and like I'm gonna hear it in the middle of the night, and I'm gonna get them.
Exactly.
As soon as I turn on the light switch, they're gone. That's how it works.
Exactly, dude. And I don't think I've ever had a bed where I've given a monster a chance to be under there. I always have those, for lack of a better term, lowrider beds. I know that's like a car term, but I feel like I've always just had beds lower to the ground. Like there's no way something can be under there unless it started from under there.
Yeah. So unless it's like a really paper thin monster, I guess.
Exactly. Remember Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends? The red basketball dude, Will. Yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah, he could fit under there. Yeah. It's a good show.
Good show. We should have done a collab with Monsters Inc. That'd have been funny.
Wow, I've never even thought of those as like ever being in the same universe, but I think you're right about that.
Pixar, Disney, if you need something for Disney Plus, I got you covered.
Well, I think it would be hard. That's
Yeah.
like Cartoon Network and Disney right there, or whatever. DreamWorks? No, not DreamWorks. DreamWorks. No.
I think Pixar was Monsters
Oh,
Inc.
Pixar. Yeah, we're gonna get roasted again by Gwen and Rahana. We're not get we gotta fact check ourselves. Let's get a producer. This is our casting call or whatever, or like our job hunt. If someone wants to fact check us, like just send us an email while we're live and just say you're wrong. We won't have this mistake again.
You'll be our number one unpaid intern.
Exactly. Oh yeah, you're definitely not getting paid. But you know who does get paid? Dentists. Thank you. You are right about that. Dentists do get paid.
Yeah.
They get paid to scare kids. Some would think so. Were you ever scared of the dentist?
Not really. I was more scared going to the dentist recently, just because, being the broke college kid that I was, I didn't have dental insurance. So I was like, it's been a good while before I've seen a dentist before. So I was worried. I was more so worried like what their diagnosis was going to be, that like, oh my God, Grant, your teeth are terrible. We're just going to need to remove them all. And like, I keep my teeth in good condition. I brush my teeth. I floss, your girlfriend would be happy that I brush and floss.
Condition.
What?
Mint condition teeth.
mint condition, mint even toothpaste. Um, but yeah, no. So I was more worried about what they were gonna say, but they were just like, "Oh no, you got good teeth. It's just a normal cleaning." So, but as a kid, not really. As an adult now, I'm more worried about the bill.
You know what? Rahana, my girlfriend, she just told me about Valencia Dental Hygiene Clinic.
Mm.
Dude, have you heard?
No, what's that about?
For $20, you can have like a almost graduating like dental hygienist clean your teeth for you.
What?
Yeah, no insurance, no questions asked. They just clean your teeth for $20. I went for my first appointment on Monday, and they just did like the X-rays and like just like looking at my teeth, trying to get a record, asking me a bunch of questions and all that. I go back on Monday to actually do the cleaning. I'll let you know how it goes. $20 can go a long way. If you don't want to get stuck with that bill, man.
Hey,
Where you, were you like dentist is this whole thing. I was never scared of the dentist. This is probably due to the fact that um my my dad's cousin's husband, my tito, because I'm half Filipino. Everyone's a tito or a tita in the Philippines. And yeah, he was my dentist. So, he made it an enjoyable experience. He's like, see you at Thanksgiving. I was like, yeah, see you there. So stuff like that. But
so you're swiping right on your Tito is what I'm hearing.
oh my God, that's what this podcast is fucking about. Did we even swipe on the first one?
Did we swipe by? I
No,
don't.
we didn't. Oh my gosh. We're messing up so much. We should have prepped. I'm swiping. Maybe my decision's based off of your decision. What are you swiping right on Monsters Under Your Bed and the Dark?
I'm swiping left on those. I don't fuck with no monsters. Monsters don't fuck with me. If I see one run up on me, I'm gonna have to run up on it. So swiping left.
Okay. You see, the reason had you go first is because I wasn't sure if we were swiping left or right on, like if we swipe right because we had those fears or if we just don't fuck with those fears. But now that we've set the precedent of we don't fuck with those kind of, then yeah, I'm swiping left as well because I don't fuck with that.
No, fuck the dark. If I'm gonna see scary movies, bro, I'm gonna see it with my homies. I ain't doing it alone.
Oh, I just got word from our producer. We have one more fuck left. Fuck. All right, I guess we're out of no. No fucks given. Oh shit. We gotta stop.
So dentist, you're swiping
dentist.
right?
Well, let's lump it in with going to the doctor. Were you ever scared of that as a kid?
I was more scared of needles. That was like my one thing where I just was not a fan of needles. It wasn't until like much later, like especially now with COVID, where everybody having to get vaccinated like a lot more often, you kind of just get used to it at this point. You get your booster, you get all this stuff. Like I'm used to the needles a lot more now than I was as a kid. As a kid, I was not. You wouldn't catch me getting no needle shots, bro.
Yeah, I heard heroin does that to you as well, man. Yeah, I wasn't really scared of the doctor. Can I got your tongue? I'm just playing. No, I wasn't scared of going to the doctor. I think it was more so needles as well. You know what? No, scratch that. Like, not even the needles. You know what I didn't like even more so than that?
What?
The pricks.
Oh yeah, when they would prick your finger.
Yeah. Because they do that. I don't know what doctor I went to. I'm not sure if this is a common thing, but a nurse or somebody from the hospital, hopefully they work there, would come out into the lobby while I'm still waiting, like preemptively waiting to like go see the doctor and all that. She's like, I'm just going to do like a pre-check, like ask me a bunch of questions, yada, yada, yada. She's like, can I see your finger? Prick. Like, what? We're doing this right now. You're gonna make me say what the in the lobby of the or in the reception area of the hospital. What the hell?
And then they just walk out the front door. They didn't work there,
No. It was weird the first time that it happened, and they didn't even use a thing, and they just like bit my finger. I thought that was strange, but I didn't question it. and it kept happening each time. Different person each time. Yeah. So I'm gonna swipe. With the criteria, I'm gonna swipe right on these.
I think we could. I'm gonna swipe right on the dentist, the doctors. I'm gonna swipe left on just because I have a bad grudge against those needles still as a kid. Even though now I'm a lot nicer with it, I said, if I would prefer not to get any needles now currently. I'm lumping it into that, I guess.
Okay. I wasn't scared of either of these, so that means I should swipe left then, right?
You can swipe right in the sense that you're okay with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll keep my. It stands. I will swipe right.
Okay.
I am
What
very
what
excited about this one. What are you saying? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, Ian, you're kind of throwing me for a loop with that answer. It was almost like you're on some sort of roller coaster.
I'm so excited to talk about this one. Remember SeaWorld?
When you and me went?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Man. Grant hated roller coasters back in the day. Like, I don't remember what SeaWorld ride it was, but like you had your eyes closed the entire time. And then like this year, like January of this year, Grant and I go to Universal and he's riding Velocicoaster. He's riding Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. He's riding the Hulk, eyes open, shirt off for some reason, mouth ajar, having the time of his life. Just like that. Yeah.
That was, yeah, no, I liked it. I never was expected that I would have gone on like Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. That was the one where I saw Universal. I was like, okay, nah, it ain't happening. But life is too short. I know I had to go for it. So something just snapped to where, yeah, and exactly like you said, like at SeaWorld, I was not about any of those roller coasters. To me, I don't know if it was like the screaming that you would hear outside or anything like that, or if it was just like the height for some reason. For some reason, I feel like that was like earlier, but roller coasters, I was not a fan as much as a kid. Now, though, I love them.
Yeah. What a transition. What a glow up. Because yeah, you're my roller coaster buddy now, man. Like we went to Universal a couple months ago as well. And you had already conquered Velocicoaster, but we went with a friend who said, hell no. Like he didn't even want to wait in the line at all. Like it was a pretty short line, if I recall. He's like, not doing this. So you've surpassed a lot of people in our friend group with the fact that you love roller coasters now. Yeah.
And where there's still more to come as well, too, because now they're building that whole new area at Universal as well. So we'll see what they got.
Yeah. I mean, 2025, 2026, we're probably going to get a couple more thrill rides at Universal. It's gonna be a whirlwind for sure. But when you think of roller coasters, you think of the entertainment. You think of like the clowns. Mm-hmm. Did you fuck with clowns?
I was honestly okay with them. I never had that type of fear where it was like I never got like creeped out by them as much. I see what people meant with them being creepy, because they're always too happy. It's like happy too much where it's like, okay, it's off-putting, So I mean they've made some like good scary clowns though, like Pennywise. We had the one clown from is it John Wayne Gacy who they do from like American Horror Story, I think.
I didn't watch that season. I'm a season 1 and like season 6 or 7 of American Horror Story. Nothing in between. For real,
they bring in a creepy killer clown in one of the seasons though, and they actually made him kind of like we're almost sympathizing just a little bit for him.
The Joker's a clown.
That's true.
Yeah. So, I didn't have that fear either. I mean, I definitely understand it. Always have a smile on their face. They're probably dead on the inside. Sometimes they're just dead. Like if you watched it 1 or 2, like the new adaptations, not the ones from it was with the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Tim Curry. Yep. Yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, Tim Curry's it. Have you ever seen it?
I've seen some clips of it on YouTube, and like
It's
there's
still
some.
scary.
Ah.
Like that sewer one where like he's going down the drain. I mean,
Mhm.
come on, like that's some scary stuff. But no, if I had to be in a room with a clown or like even near a clown, like I'll be fine.
Mhm.
This is not on the list, but what about mascots? My sister used to have a thing for like mascots, like not a thing, like she liked them, but no, she hated them. Chuck E. Cheese, devil.
She did not like Five Nights at Freddy's, I bet.
Oh, that was later.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
us when that was her when she was like 14, 15. And everyone was into Five Nights at Freddy's. You gotta, what's that? Sing it for me, Grant.
Um. Her, 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 her. That's whatever the dubstep noise is.
Yeah, man. I go to sleep to that every single night.
Yeah.
Call me right now. That's my ringtone. No, don't do it. Don't fact check me like that.
But no, speaking of just like relatives and their fears, like my mom also related back to clowns and the Joker. She was scared of the Joker during Adam West. That Joker from like the 1960s. Like
Oh my gosh.
for her as a kid, I feel like it's a generational thing where like our parents were a lot more scared of clowns than we are. Like now today,
Mhm.
we're scared of like student debt and things like that.
Oh my gosh.
They're scared now of just they were scared of like clowns and everything. For her, it would just freak her out seeing that version of the Joker. And he like that one was pretty tame to what they had doing in the recent one with Joaquin Phoenix, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you have screen sharing, right?
Yes. Let
Pull it
me
up.
make you host.
You're gonna make me host?
Yes, I'll make you host.
Oh, screen share.
There you go.
Let's see. Just that. All right. For those of us, is this on?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Are you talking about this guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, now that I can kind of see it being pretty creepy, especially if we were
Yeah.
watching it like 8 p.m. or something like that with your family, because you know they had earlier bedtimes.
Yeah. No. Earlier bedtimes, earlier deaths. Um, come on. The life expectancy has gone up. uh, whoops. But yeah, how do I turn this off?
There's a button down there to stop sharing. You got it, bitch. You got it.
Oh, stop. It's up there actually. It was all the
Oh.
way at the top. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was pretty scary.
So are you swiping right on that, Ian, or
I forgot the criteria again.
do you fuck with clowns now? Do you like the roller coasters? Do you
Oh yeah, you know what? I'll swipe. I'm gonna swipe left because I wasn't scared.
yes. No, swipe right because you aren't.
I fuck. Okay. So is it I fuck with this, I don't fuck with that episode now?
Yes.
All
Is
right, yeah.
basically
No, I
that.
love roller coasters and I love clowns. And I know we're like 10 above our spending limit on fucks. So I do apologize. Um our sponsors are really gonna pull out of this one.
That's something to be scared of.
Yeah, that student debt. Uh
Yeah, no, I'll also swipe right on clowns and roller coasters as well too. I
mhm.
like them. Well, I like roller coasters than I do more so clowns. But if you put together a clown themed roller coaster, now we're talking, baby.
I went to Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, and they have a Joker roller coaster. So, how
I
about
I
that?
I know where I'm going this summer, folks.
I hated that ride so much. You gotta. I'm not gonna screen share that one, but that was probably the most uncomfortable ride that I've ever been on.
Really?
Yeah,
What Joker was it based off of?
some Joker that has basically gathered up all the villains. There, I know we're from Florida, where we love our roller coasters and all that stuff here. Um, Six Flags in New Jersey just didn't have it. Like it was horribly themed stuff. Like the queues aren't even that exciting. And it was basically like the Joker opened up a carnival. He's bringing all these villains here, but you get on the ride and there's just nothing to do with the Joker. It's like a cart and it's moving you like as you're going like this. like going up and down, up and down, up and down. The cart is doing this.
Yeah.
It was the worst.
Sounds
I would not swipe right on that roller coaster.
It sounds like a much lamer version than like the Spider-Man ride that they have at Universal, because that one has all the villains too, you know.
That's I would prefer a screen-based attraction of. Oh my gosh, we're on a tangent right now, but the one thing Six Flags did do right is I kind of really like the Hall of Justice League ride.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of lame. Like a lot of this is like a shooter one where you're like shooting and you're competing against the other riders. A lot of that stuff was glitchy, but they had an animatronic Joker on that ride that looked really good and really realistic. Yeah. Your mom would probably get scared of it. She would not. She'd probably choke up. Bringing us to our next topic of choking. Did you ever have a fear that you were going to be choking on some food, a test?
Not really, but you would like see so much about the Heimlich maneuver, either in like cartoons or like I remember seeing like a PSA or two back on like Cartoon Network in the day. You would see adverts for it. So that would be something where I'd be like worried that it would happen either to me or someone I know. I was more so worried that it would happen to someone and I just wouldn't know how to do the Heimlich maneuver. So maybe those PSAs weren't as effective. But
Sure.
yeah, so that's what I was scared of.
Have you ever had to stop someone from choking?
No, I've had like one experience where I almost choked on something and I think my mom thought I was faking it, but I was on the floor like, please get me water. And she was like, you're fine, kid.
Yeah. Well, nice.
And she's scared of clowns. So, haha, mom.
Yeah. You were doing an impression of her being scared of a clown. And she's like, shut up, Grant. My sister, she is never going to listen to this.
My sister does.
She's not a fan. No. No. She there was like two instances growing up, probably when she was like 8 and when she was like 10, when she almost choked. And both times it was because of cheese sticks. Or like mozzarella sticks. Sorry, not cheese sticks. Mozzarella sticks, like they're fried. They have all that cheese in the middle. She, on both occasions, ate it whole. And
Katie, no.
Hey, that's my sister right now. let me go get her.
One. And we're back.
Yeah, it turns out my sister does listen to this podcast. We just had an argument. No, that was my dog. She's choked a couple times on like worms, stuff like that. So it probably brought up some bad memories or something.
I feel like at that point it scares you more as the pet owner than it does the dog. Well, actually, we there's no way to tell, but I feel like you get a good bit of scared too whenever your dog starts choking on something, right?
Oh yeah, like she worries the hell out of me with everything that she does. We live in a like a 2-story. So every single time she goes downstairs, I'm like, oh, she's not coming up because she's gonna do something stupid. No, no. But no, on separate occasions, yeah, she puts the entire mozzarella stick in her mouth and like is choking on it. My mom has to help her out, and it's like it's a scene. Like you don't want that happening at the Applebee's, but it does.
The Applebee's.
The Applebee's. Maybe she just needs to lay off the mozzarella sticks. It's like it's still a common thing with her. It wasn't Applebee's, but she put it whole in her mouth recently, recently. And she's like, oh, I'm not like, oh, are you serious? I'm not helping you. But no, I've never had to help anyone. My mom has always been the one to help her. I just watch. It's the only way to be an only child.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I think on that note, I think we're gonna swipe left on choking. It's not a fun experience.
No, yeah, no, I we're all yeah. I'm not gonna swipe right on that one either. So I'm swipe left. Leads me to not on the list, but drowning.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that fear as a kid?
Not as much. I was more so scared of like the diving boards, just getting on those. I feel like now it's the same thing with roller coasters. As a kid, you would never catch me on a diving board. Now, I'll probably dive right in. I'll be fine. I'll survive even if it's 3 feet. I'm built different. Um, but yeah, I feel like drowning, I'd never had like an experience, like a close call with it enough to be scared of it. It seems scary, like waterboarding. That should seem scary because that's pretty much drowning. But yeah, that's my tangent.
We went from choking to drowning to waterboarding. No, I never really had it either. And I think I missed out on dive boards as kids because I don't think I've ever been on a dive board.
Really.
Yeah, you like or like the classic ones from like movies and all that. I
Mhm.
don't think I've ever jumped off a dive board.
I
Am I missing out?
No, actually, there was a time back when I was part of the summer camp in like Eagle Lake area. We would go to the local swimming pool in Winter Haven like every other week or so. We would have like weekly times where we'd go to the swimming pool. We had like movie nights and everything. But we'd go to the rec center in Winter Haven. Um, one of the campers there, he ended up jumping off the diving board, and I think he like jumped off onto one side of the pool area, hit his teeth in. Imagine the teeth going up like that. Yeah, that's graphic for our viewers. I'm sorry, but yeah, that happened to one of them. So I think that also kind of helped me realize, like, okay, yeah, diving boards isn't something that I really want to mess with at this time.
No, definitely not at all.
Hmm.
Uh, blood. I feel like we keep adding to the list, but blood is. Did you ever fear that?
Yeah, I feel like that
Did.
was also part of the same thing with needles, where like I didn't like seeing my own blood. I didn't like seeing other people's blood. I would like even pricking my finger, I would go like faint at that. I would turn all gray. So again, just needles. I'm swiping left on those, swiping left on blood. I ain't about it.
Wow. Yeah. I don't think I had a fear of blood, but I didn't like seeing it.
No.
It's so thick, and it just seems that's in us at all times, and that's just weird to me. But I'll still swipe right on it because it's not like a fear of mine. Definitely already. I'm swiping left to choking. We already said that.
Mhm.
Drowning. I personally didn't have a fear of it. I never had like a close encounter. I swam like every single weekend at my grandma's, but she had like a shallow pool.
Mhm.
I was more scared of the bugs that were in there,
Yeah.
if anything. It's just it's bug infested. She lives in the country, Lakeland. She lives in Lakeland, Florida. So yeah. Uh,
So
but
swiping left and no on the drowning.
yeah. Because left because I don't fear it, or right because no, right would be I like it. Never mind. Yeah, I'll swipe left on.
Okay.
And I will eventually understand the criteria in this episode. Uh,
The ever-changing criteria. Well, speaking of blood though, some might say blood is thicker than water.
it
And
is.
family is important. Family can cause a lot of fears. Even the lack of family can cause fear sometimes, depending on where you're at. Ian, were you ever scared of your parents like leaving you in the grocery store?
Yes. Grocery store, maybe.
Mhm.
Definitely just I'm gonna be lost. Um, I had this one instance when we were at like Daytona Beach or Cocoa Beach or something like that, and I we were at like we had just had a beach day as a family. We go back up to the hotel. It's a two queen, so I'm like sharing a room. I'm sharing a bed with my dad, Caitlin, and my mom. They're in the other bed, my sister and mom. And I wake up, and it's probably like a couple hours later. I had passed out from a nap, and my mom and sister are gone. My dad is gone. I'm alone in the room, and I was like, "Oh, they checked out." Oh, They forgot I was sleeping. They checked out of the hotel and are gone.
You're in Home Alone.
Yeah, exactly. So I was pretty stupid, I guess, as a kid, because this seems not a smart idea. I leave the room. It locks behind me. I'm like, crap. I can't even get back into the room that they left me in. So I start wandering the hotel trying to find them. I don't find my mom and sister. It takes me about 10, 15 minutes. I may be exaggerating. I was a kid. To find my dad. And he's like, what are you doing out of the room? And yeah, it's like, it was like the one and only time that I was like, oh my God, I've been left. I do remember though, that these girls, like they were these like 14-year-old girls. I was like 9 or 10 at the time, like I said, or 8 or 9, who were like, oh my God, are you lost? We can help you. And I was just like, I was like a crying little
You were
kid.
milking it. You were
I was
milking it.
no. I didn't. I don't even think I was into girls yet. And I was just like, these girls are so nice. They're gonna help. And then I don't remember them helping at all, so they probably just left. But yeah, that was my one. My family left me fear. And thank you for listening.
Bravo. Did your parents still have like the key cards to get back in, or did you like lock them out?
Yes. No. They couldn't rely on like me to do that. But no, to end the story, my dad was by the pool because he had forgotten like our floats down there. So he was grabbing our floats. And he probably wasn't gone that long, but he thought he could leave me in the room alone for a little bit. I wandered around the entire hotel, apparently. And then my sister and mom were at the beach, so I probably would have never been able to find them. Because yeah, if I want, oh my gosh, I don't even know, why did I leave the room is my big thing.
I feel like part of it's like 10 to 15 minutes as a kid is like an eternity, even being put in timeout for 10 to 15 minutes. So the fact that you like waited that long for them and they still weren't there, you were like, okay, they ain't coming
I'm on my
back.
own now. I got to start learning how to make a fire.
Like freaking Shia LaBeouf in what was it? The Wolf movie, the Gray Wolf. You know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll put it up on screen.
So what's your experience with that? Did you ever fear that?
For me, it was just one time in Walmart hanging out with my dad that day. I told him too. I was like, okay. I was like around probably 10 or 9, probably something like that. But I told him, I was like, okay, stay out here while I go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. Like I remember telling him because I didn't want to lose him. I already had that fear ingrained with me because I would see like it happen on TV shows or I would read it in a book or something like that. And what did he not do? He would go wander off and look at Pokemon cards or the sports cards, mainly the sports cards. He would look at Pokemon cards maybe for me, so it was kind of sweet. But I remember seeing him or not seeing him, scared out of my mind, and I'm like, okay, where's my daddy?
Yeah. Like
it never got too bad to where I was like I would go to customer service to try to find him or anything like that. I think I had that happen though one time where my family thought that they lost me and then they called the customer service people for me to come up to the front.
Grant Smith, can you please go to the front of the store, please? Grant Smith.
Make me.
You're in the Pokemon section like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, that was my experience with it.
What did I do this time? Grant Smith, you're wanted up front, Grant Smith. Yeah, it seems like we had similar experiences there. I'm gonna swipe left on it because I still fear that I'm gonna walk out of a bathroom and my mom won't be there. Happens a lot more often now that I don't live with her, so I would live in constant fear.
Has it ever gotten to the point where you could like recognize your parents' cough? Have you ever had that? Because I have that where I can recognize, like that's how I've been able to echolocate my mom in the grocery store when I lose her, is I will hear her cough and I'll be like, oh, okay, there she is. I'll go over to like 2 more aisles down and I find her.
No, I don't think it has to do with like a sound or anything, but I know my family well enough to know what sections they're going to be in.
Yeah.
Like if I am lost in a store nowadays, not lost in a store, but if I'm trying to find them, I'm gonna find my mom in like the Home Goods or something like that. I'm gonna find my sister in probably like the stuffed animal area or something like that. And I'm gonna find my dad in like the t-shirts or something like that. You know?
Yeah. Getting a Harley Quinn tee. I got you.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's more like their behavioral patterns
Mm,
that I can locate them. Um,
interesting.
speaking of, not even speaking of, this is a terrible transition. I'm wearing a white Yankee jersey right now. For
You
those
are?
of you who are podcast only, Yankee game is on right now. We're beating the Rays 4-1. Hopefully that stays. I hope I don't get a stain on it. You know, this is a really nice jersey. Got it for my birthday 2 years ago. And growing up, back in like middle school and even sometimes elementary school, for some goddamn reason, we had to wear khakis.
Stupid policy.
Stupid policy.
Mr.
We-
Fabata, if you're listening to this, you're a weak one for enforcing that policy right there.
He just name dropped.
Named up the hell out of him.
Name dropped the dean. But no, with khakis, you sit on chocolate, your life is ruined.
Gone.
Yeah.
You're
Like
that kid at that point. You're the fudge kid.
what were you gonna say? What did you backtrack on?
we're gonna cut out that audio. I've already dropped too many F-bombs.
We're sponsored by Downey. Oh man, no, I don't think I ever directly sat in chocolate, but I've had it to where it's gotten on me. And as a kid, you just think it's over. Someone thinks I didn't wipe properly. Hey, as a guy, and you know, as a girl too, I guess. No, just playing. You don't shake enough after you pee. Well, no, this does not apply to girls. This is just guys only. You don't shake enough after you pee. Put it back in the trap. It's gonna it's gonna seep through. People are gonna think you peed yourself, and you technically did. A trickle came out.
You always got to double shake it.
You know, double shake. I'm not even opposed to triple. Yeah, exactly. So I'm swiping left to khakis, swiping left to having stains on me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Stains make you dirty.
Dirty, dirty boy.
You can quote me on that in 3 years. Sunglasses make the world darker. Stains make you dirty. It's a fact. Do you have a stain story?
You got me beat on that one, I think. I mean, Dala, yeah, same thing. I never had it too bad where it would anything happen there. No. I mean, I feel like now it's still for embarrassing when you get a stain on yourself. It's not a generational thing. If you get a stain, you're dumb. I'm sorry.
No, it's true. Coffee.
Coffee.
You're about
That's
to
your
have
own
an
fault.
important work meeting.
Mhm.
Asshole. You're dumb.
Dummy.
Don't show up. You're fired.
Boy. So I'm gonna swipe left on that too. Stains stuck. Stains stuck. But you know what doesn't suck? Dawn Ultra Soft. The quicker picker. No,
Yeah.
fuck.
The quicker picker upper.
That's the paper towel. I think kind of different, wrong brand, right slogan, I guess. It's Bounty. Bounty is the quicker picker upper. That would have been the better one.
Yeah, man. That's the collab that I'd like to see. That was pretty good. Yeah, we got to get one of them to sponsor us.
One of them.
That maybe Charmin.
Charm.
Yeah.
There's a group on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's just a guy who pretends to be the Charmin bear, and it's just his family being hyper fixated on what they call big gross bear dumps. Because that's like what the Charmin brand is when you think about it. It's just a family that's really a family of bears really into their poops. They're really into their toilet paper. It's weird.
You never see them do anything else.
Exactly.
I don't think their son went to school.
He wears glasses, he wears a little hat. Like you get the like kind of the idea, like, okay, he's a stereotypical son. Like they would be going to school, but you don't. What education are they getting?
They only know how to wipe their ass.
I mean, at a fundamental level, is that all you need?
Do bears even have buttholes? I know they I know they do, but guess what? Dogs don't need to wipe their ass really. They poop, it's a hole, it comes out. Are bears the same way or do they have cheeks? Is what I should have been asking. Do I go on incognito mode?
I think you have to.
I'll do it after. And I'll get back to you guys.
We'll share our results.
Do bears have cheeks?
Well, that was
exactly where this is going.
Well, that was it. Wait, I think we're on different ideas of where this is going, but
no, I thought you were going to transition to the next topic.
I am, but
oh my god.
I was gonna say, well, this is embarrassing, and as guys, you don't want to get too embarrassed in front of your lady or a group of ladies. Girls and cooties.
We were on different pages.
Yeah, I know. I know what you were thinking.
You know who else has cheeks? Both are true. We'll take a poll on whose transition is better. I'll just yeah. I'm still afraid of girls.
Yeah.
If you you go down an aisle at a Target and there's a group of like girls, I don't need anything down that aisle anymore. I'll just come back later. I go to the next store. Hopefully there's no girls in their aisles. No.
You just go to Walmart.
Yeah.
The girls at Walmart won't know.
Oops. No. But no, like we're talking about, this is childhood fears. This is us as children.
Yep.
Were we scared of girls? Of course we were.
You were probably more scared.
It's true. I'm not even gonna. It's probably 50 or 51-49. I'll go with the 51%. I was scared of girls, but who was the first girl that gave you cooties? Not in any like you kiss sense, but in a sense of girls have cooties and I just received them.
I think it was like around first or second grade. It was this girl named Jade, and I remember the name because she was the first one to give me those cooties, man. It was just on site. This was back in Illinois. So you would have these big open plains or whatever. It was my first time there. I probably secretly liked the girl back in the day or whatever. That's why I probably remember the name or something weird like that. But I think that was the moment where if a girl hugged you, all of the guys in your class, they would be like, hey, look at that kid. He has cooties. Haha. Or they would it was like the cheese touch, you just would be isolated from everybody.
I feel you there, man.
Yeah.
I've been in Florida all my life, and the majority of people that I follow on social media
have cooties.
No, yes, I will not dispute that, but majority of people I have on social media, I can't name drop like you can. Mm-hmm. You've name dropped our old dean. You just name dropped Jade. I will not name drop anybody on my end. But no, there was this girl. We'll call her A.
Hey,
A. Her name started with A.
Ashley. Did I get it? That was a guess.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that, but A and I were, I don't think they let kids do this anymore, but we were like cleaning the classroom at the end of the year. Like, you got the foam. Remember the shaving cream?
Yeah.
You ever do the shaving cream and you would like clean your desk with it? That was fun. Yeah. I don't think it cleaned it, but it was fun. Stuff like that. We were doing that at the end of the year. I remember this was like maybe 4th grade where I and A were assigned to clean the bathrooms, and that just seems wrong to me. Like, we were cleaning the bathrooms. Isn't that someone else's job? We're 10 at the time. That's pretty weird. Like, I don't understand, but we're
unsanitary too.
It is. So A comes in and like offers to help me, and like I just remember her touching me after she touched the floor, and I'm like, what the hell? You just gave me all the cooties, probably all the shit particles on the floor, man. And I just remember being so disgusted by her touching me after we cleaned the bathroom together.
Was it the girls' bathroom or the boys' bathroom? It's
okay. So how the classrooms at my elementary school worked, and mistake me if this was not your scenario, but it was basically like 2 elementary school classes. Like, there's elementary school class, hallway with a bathroom for each class, and then the other classroom. That was the breakdown. So there was like a little hallway in between 2 classrooms where there was 2 bathrooms. So that's the bathrooms that we were cleaning. So it was a unisex bathroom. We were a progressive school back in the day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Still gross though. You're getting twice the amount of cooties right there.
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that she touches the floor, touches me on my arm, maybe she liked me. I don't know. She's like, do you need any more help? I'm like, yeah, you can help me get the fuck away from you. No. But yeah, suffice to say, A and I,
we parted ways.
We parted ways after that. I do not follow her on social media, but probably people that I do follow know her or something. Not Ashley. Her name is not Ashley.
But you know who you are out there.
Yeah. Don't touch me after you touch the fucking floor. All right. I'm gonna swipe left. Is that?
Yeah, I think we.
I like girls. I like girls, so I'll swipe right.
Swipe right on girls, left on
on cooties.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, we'll find a better system for this soon.
It's only this one that really gets me, because I'm not sure if left or right is good or bad. Like the other one, like we knew. This one, it's a gray area the entire time.
True.
But I think that brings us to a really fun topic. Yeah.
A lightning round, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Sound effect. All righty.
Nice.
So we're gonna go off a few different other common childhood fears. We're gonna do a quick swiping right or swiping left to close out this episode.
We fear it. If you fear it, you're gonna swipe left because you don't fuck with it. Yes. If you don't fear it, you're going to swipe right. And that's how we're going to do this lightning round.
Yes.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Venus flytraps. 3, 2, 1, left.
Left.
Nice.
Couldn't do it at the exact same time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess we can't do that. Oh, we can't do it at the same exact time. Okay. Bermuda Triangle. 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Left. Quicksand. 3, 2, 1.
Left.
Falling anvils. 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Zombie apocalypse / alien abduction. 3, 2, 1.
Left.
Right. Poison ivy. 3, 2, 1.
Left.
Right. Oh, okay. Black holes. 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Have we agreed on one yet? I think we've agreed on one. And then being alone. 3, 2, 1.
Left.
No, okay. Let's. The only one that I really want to talk about. Which one did you? Are you afraid of the Bermuda Triangle? Is that what you said?
I think so. I think I actually messed that up maybe in my mind. But yeah, as a kid, I was scared of that because I would see it on like every I think there was an exactly. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I think a bunch of cartoon
deck. If we're being accurate for Gwen and Rahana.
Thank you. It would be those shows. It would be a bunch of Cartoon Network ones. It wasn't Camp Lazlo. It was a bunch of the cartoons also like referenced it, and it got to the point where I was like, okay, this is probably why I don't go on cruises. This is why I don't have my passport, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm scared of the Bermuda Triangle.
Grant's afraid of tourists. No, wait, you'd be the tourist. No, I'm just playing. Yes, I'm still gonna swipe left on it. I was never scared of it, but I definitely remember that On Deck episode. It kind of reminds me of. This is like. Did you hear that? Darn. Yeah. I didn't hear that. Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah, your audio was off for a second. Oh, fuck.
You know what he's really scared. You know what he's really scared of, ladies and gentlemen? The Yankees losing.
Yeah, I maybe was a little too confident earlier. We're still winning, but it's 4-3. But no, I stopped because my dog did like a little shake. She's been annoying this entire episode. We may cut that out. But no, I another thing, Freaky Friday.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I have a fear of it, but it was always like what if that happened?
What would you do if that happened?
It depends on who I like switch bodies with. Like you and I right now, I'd probably be a little excited, but a little nervous to be you. You know, like
interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you know, like
yeah.
You're very business mindset. Mm-hmm. So the fact that I would have to be in that business mindset the entire day, make content for whatever, you know, you're a social media guru, stuff like that. I'd be excited, but a little nervous because I don't think I can keep it up. With me, I know you'd be a little nervous. You're like, gotta be cool the entire time. Damn.
I gotta be in a relationship. Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Hello, Rahana, to whom I love.
My heart pours out for you.
You know, normal stuff.
I have to save Katie from choking on a freaking mozzarella stick.
No, if you want to really be me, you wouldn't. That was a good lightning round. I feel like that should be a thing we should incorporate into other episodes as well.
I like it.
I really do. Yeah, it gives us more time to like talk about more topics, but not have to actually talk about them. You know, like conversations with your dad.
That's the heart of this episode.
Father's Day is coming up. Instead of doing a lightning round, talk about your feelings with your dad.
Get over your greatest fear and talk with your dad this Sunday.
That's pretty good. This episode's probably going to come out before then, so it's going to be a perfect time.
Father's Day special?
Father's Day. It's the Father's Day special. Childhood fears.
Your favorite daddies.
With your favorite daddies. Yes.
All right, now I made it weird. Okay.
Maybe a little bit. Anything else?
No, I think that wraps about it. But thank you again for joining us on this episode of I'd Swipe Right to That, folks. As always, I'm Mr. Grant Smith.
And I am Mr. Ian Castro.
And we hope... And this has been...
I'd
swipe
right?
to
That.
yay.
Yay. Good night.
Good night.